Hello! Today I'd like to review the changes in the new patch that released as part of Season 14. The new patch has changed how the game plays by quite a bit, and I've tested how these play in the actual game. This is massive. There's a single line in the Bugfixes section referring to how Grenadier now works with ghost weapons. But in actual play, the change is massive. Basically, all legendary explosives are now properly affected by the Grenadier perk. That means massive explosions. When I first saw this in the PTS, I thought the devs were just messing about. I never expected this to actually make it to the release version, but the mad lads actually did it. The damage is still the same because Demolitioner worked before, but the new change makes explosives much more effective at tagging during events. During my PTS video, I pointed out that the bigger size of the explosions may blind you, and that's definitely the case. If you hit enemies up close, the explosion basically covers the entire screen. Ghost weapons have a flame effect, so the explosion looks bigger. But from testing the range of the explosion, it seems to be pretty similar to the legendary effect. It just looks that way. To counter this, I'd recommend enabling the damage numbers in the options. That allows you to see where the enemy is in the middle of the explosions. Two-shot explosives are now even more effective at tagging. Up close, a quad Tesla rifle is still a great option for tagging, but at range, the two-shot explosive or a fast-firing weapon like a minigun is the best option. Another change to the perks is that science perks now give you damage. Each level 2 science perk gives you 10% more damage. So if you get all 6 levels of science, that means 30% more damage. All weapons that use fusion and plasma cells are affected, so Tesla rifles get a fair bump in damage. Ghost weapons are included, but Gatling plasmas and flamers get no benefit from the science perks. To compensate, the game's adjusted plasma weapons to make their physical and energy damage the same, and nerfed prime weapons a bit. I've run into this when using my primed plasma caster, and it seems a bit weaker than it used to be. Overall, the game's balanced energy weapons to make laser weapons more effective and made plasma weapons a bit less powerful. Other than using the Tesla rifle for tagging, I haven't used laser weapons, so this may make lasers a bit more viable. Fixing daily ops to give you more fusion cells fits in well with this strategy. Another good thing about this change is that the science perks are under intelligence. Before this, intelligence had a lot of utility perks, and Demolitioner was the only real option to boost damage. I now find myself taking off Stabilized and Power User when I'm outside Power Armor, and putting in 4 levels of science perks for the damage boost. Before I would have just kept the Power Armor perks because there was no alternative. Overall, this is a good change. I ran into this in the PTS video, but it seems that melee enemies have got a buff. It's now possible for Super Mutant Hounds to kill low health players in 2 bites. You don't always get the same damage. It seems to do about 20 points on average, but the important thing is that this can spike up to a lot of damage. Using something like Blocker seems more important now. It also seems that power attacks have been fixed, so that's some good news for melee users. The Stable Tools and Arms Keeper perks give you more options for automatic melee and rifle weapons. The Stable Tools is a no-brainer for chainsaw users, because it falls under intelligence and it shouldn't clash with anything else you use. But Arms Keeper falls under strength, so it's a no-brainer if you carry a lot of rifles, but if you also have a lot of other weight-saving perks, you might have to make a choice. As I mentioned in the PTS video, the perk combines with the minus 90% weight reduction legendary perk. Both are very good options for commandos and chainsaw users. Daily ops now give you unknown plans first, and I can confirm that that's happened the last 2 daily ops I've done, so this is confirmed. Public events now drop other types of power armor. This is what I got from one eviction notice, so it's no longer just Raider and T45 pieces. I've also got some gold armor like Covert Ops and Secret Service, so that's also working again. The 50% BATS accuracy legendary effect is now working again. A weapon with the effect has a bigger chance to hit than a weapon without the effect at the same range. Ninja has been adjusted to give you a plus 90% damage boost on sneak attacks. Effectively, the level 3 perk gives you a 2.9 times damage on sneak attacks. Without the perk, you get 2 times damage on a sneak attack. The bonus combines with BATS criticals. So there you go. The new update brought some significant changes to how the game plays. Explosive and laser weapons are a lot more useful than they used to be. Low health styles are a bit more risky against melee. And new and changed perks give players more options. Energy damage from enemies still seems to be pretty powerful, so it wasn't fixed this patch. But the other bug fixes look good and should alleviate some of the issues players have had. Overall, the patch is pretty good and should make things interesting. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified when new videos come out. See you soon.